I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me. No conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pull out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
That's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking, right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack my bad, but I'm past that with a NASDAQ. That's cash when the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Down. 70, Indy. You ready? You ready? Check nine, check nine. Hit it.
Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now the rookie from Boise State, Alexander Madison. And down he'll go at the 25. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. 3 bucks, 3 bucks, 3 bucks.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Gun. Motion, motion. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Throwing Jones. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Jones operating from the gun. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Check, check. Walk 54. Walk 54. Hey, here we go. 300.
Following the interception, Cousins firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. That one a first down pickup of 8.
We got this.
First down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On first down, it's Cook. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
You got it. You got it.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check 26, check 26. Wait, you're Omaha. I got you.
On second down, it's Cook, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Cousins. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 16. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. On second down, this is Madison. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Cousins from the gun on third. Buying time to his left. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first point. It's a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, Jones. He's got his man. This is Tate. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A lot of eyes on Golden Tate this year to see if he can take over some of the production that OBJ had before he got shipped to Cleveland. You know, Beckham had 1,000-yard seasons 4 of his 5 years in New York. Golden Tate struggled at the end of last year in Philadelphia, but he had a really good run in Detroit, including 3,000-yard seasons in the middle of this decade. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now Jones. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Throwaway and incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants have taken the lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him with contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed
Super toe.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check 31. Check 31. Check. Yo. Gun. Stay at home. Stay at home. Stay at home. Hey, watch that.
Cousins. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. He's going to fire one deep over, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Here we go. Set. 10-2 stop. 55. Yeah.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he's got this down to the 35. 10 yards, good for a giant 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Pilot, 64, ready?
Jones now from the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Here's Jones to throw again. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a giant 1st down on a gain of 16.
Giants, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Jones now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a 1st down.
80 weapon.
Now Jones operating from the gun. Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh.
Yeah, let's get that ball, dude. Let's get that ball right here.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll run with Barkley and try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short, and he is short. Saquon Barkley denied on 4th down, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break Big screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening, still ended up with a solid game.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
It's a gain of 10.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Second and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Check, check. Lucky.
Cousins again. He's got his man Sharp, complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Tight down. There you go. No.
They'll throw again. Cousins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Jones going to throw again. That's complete to Slayton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Seat 6. Get it.
From the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
It's now 2nd and 10.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Check 50. Go.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. Gets past one man. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
And the Vikings.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Here's Madison running on 1st down. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down near the 5. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Throwing on 1st down. Jones. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
General West. Hey, Wahoo. Shoot.
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. Being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a 1st.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Ready up.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, Hal.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Vikings' 23-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Check Mike 54. Mike.
Blue draw quarter.
Game situation. Let's go.
Hey, Echo. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
2nd and 11. Finds his tight end Ingram. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On the ready.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
Watch it.
The toss out to Barkley. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back, part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards.
Ready, ready. 10-2 stop. Hey, they're scared. They're scared. Go.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Second and 6. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And the Vikings pick up the football. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Now Steven Gostkowski on for the extra point. And in this rain, they were nice and cautious there on the extra point try, and that caution was well warranted as this game is tied. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Jones, operating from the gun. He completes it to Tate. A gain of 6 there on first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And an alley to run. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. Daniel Jones with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Cousins now from the 50. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. Kirk Cousins last year started all 16 games, but only led the Vikes to just one fourth-quarter comeback like he's trying to do here. Looking to throw again on second down. Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Throwing is Cousins. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. O'Shane Zimenez in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Now Cousins on fourth down. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at about the 31. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
At the 44-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Come to my world. We want it.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Give him 32 on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Going on the ground with Madison. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
At the Giants' 6-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. On the ground, it's Cook. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The interception on the last drive proved costly, led to the tying score, so 17 all as they come up on a first down. And this will leave them a yard short. 9 yards on first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he stopped immediately there. Bad news, they didn't get it on 2nd down. The good news is they still only need about 3 or 4 inches here on 3rd.
And the good play callers have looked at both situations. They thought to themselves, okay, this call, I pick up the first down, already ready with that call. If I don't, this is what I'm going to come back with in order to pick it up.
They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Jones now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Stepping up, he'll try and run. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. Barkley on first down, going to work his way forward, only for about a couple there. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Very sharp here to start this drive. 3 for 3.
Yeah, I like the way he's running this 2-minute drill. Very sharp, very precise in throwing the football.
Hey, Sam off. It's our field. Hey, it's our
Get it.
He may try and run for this. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. Barkley trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Here we go. Set. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hatchet.
Hit it.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 34. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
That's what I'm talking about.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And right now it all rests on the right foot of Aldrick Rosas. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And right now it all rests on the right foot of Aldrick Rosas. This from 51 yards for the win. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And that changes everything here in OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Ready? Bam! Bam! Hey, watch the slant! Watch the slant! Deep grip! Deep grip!
On first down, Barkley able to push his way through. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Set! 18 Gator. Now watch one. 5.
Throwing on second and 14. Jones. And his pass incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And it's third down. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we've got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game, and boy, they did it well. I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game, because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go off when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's second and 2.
At the 35-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. What can Cousins do in the OT? He's got the first down and more past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Cousins gives way to Cook. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
From just shy of midfield, Cousins. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Love, the rookie from Notre Dame. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
61, matchbox, light, smooth.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. This is a big spot for a rookie QB, and overtime's kind of where you earn your stripes, isn't it?
It really is, and we've talked with enough coaches and players about how these youngsters are getting into the game and playing this at such a high level so early. But overtime, that's an entirely different animal, and he's handling it well.
Yeah, starting to put together a nice drive.
On the double. Check 55 to Mike. Here we go, D, get up. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Let's go.
Again, it's Barkley. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And with just 2 seconds remaining, the timeout is called here in OT.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
And right now it all rests on the right foot of Aldrick Rosas. And with just 2 seconds remaining, the timeout is called here in OT. And right now it all rests on the right foot of Aldrick Rosas. This to win it in overtime. And he missed it. It's no good. And we will play on here in overtime. Well, how about this? The very, very rare time.